welcome to Ephemera Files. And I'm doing something a little different today. It just occurred to me that I've said this several times that I should do this, and so I'm going to try it out today. I am not really comfortable with doing work with me's, and I think maybe it's because I just haven't done very many of them, so I don't have the confidence. And so I have not planned out what I'm working on today, except for the fact that I am working on the Marching into March Reader's Digest Junk Journal Challenge 2025 with Dear Julie. I have some things marked off of my list, and I still have some things that I need to make. And so as I figure out what I'm doing for a couple of these, I have about an hour before my daughter and grandkids get here. And so I'm just going to work on some stuff, and we're going to see how it goes. So let's see. I still need to make several things on this list. And I think I am going to start with the accordion pocket, which is something I have never made. But I have to make it using book pages, with book pages. So I know from what I've seen of accordion pockets that I'm going to need several pages. Right now, I don't really have to look and see what it says because most of it's not going to be seen anyway. I am going to fold these in half. Let's see. I think I'm just going to go with 3. Let's see. If I have 3 pages, I've got to think through this. Like I said, you're coming with me. I think if I want to have 3 pockets, then I'm going to need, let's see, that'll be a pocket, that will join, that'll be a pocket, that will join, that'll be a pocket. Whoops, 1 is a pocket, and then these 2 together, and then pocket, and then these 2 together, and pocket. And then I'm going to need one to hold them together, I think. If I do it like this, and then wrap it around it, I'm just trying to remember how I've seen it done, and I think maybe I needed to go down just a little further, and I'll be cutting parts of it off. So let's, yep. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut off here, maybe here. I think I'll cut off there. And that is going to measure, let's see, if I cut off there, that's 1 inch. So I'm going to cut 1 inch off. How about if we don't cut 1 inch off? How about I make it a 2.5 inch pocket? I think it'd be better to measure it that way. It also gives me some numbers I can punch out whenever I want a number. And I can already see I kind of wish maybe I had gone with 3 inches, but it's okay. And I don't want it to be that wide because that's how wide my pages are. So this is, right now, let's see, if I cut off where the words are, that'll make it a 4 inch. So we'll just cut off at the edges. It doesn't have to be a huge pocket. Throw those away, they're too small. And then I want this to be just a little bigger than 4 inches, I think. I haven't watched the video in a while, so I'm going by memory. Cut that off. And then I need to empty my trash bucket up there. And the inside is 4, so I'm going to make it a little bigger, like by 4 1/4. Is that right? Yeah, I think 4 1/4 will work really well. So that now, when I put these in, I'll just put them in there, like that. And then this will fold over the top. And make a nice little flap there. Yep, okay. So what I want to do next is go ahead and I'm going to ink everything. And I will speed through this, or I probably will just edit that part out. And I'll be right back. All inked. Now, before I glue anything together, I want to do a little bit of base decorating. And I have this stencil that I have been using throughout, and I am going to do a reverse stencil, basically making this stencil into a stamp. And I want to do it while this is laid down like that, so it covers the whole front. Now parts of this will be covered with other things because on this one it talks about why it had been necessary to K-I-L-L him, and I don't want to have that on there, but I want this for my base. So I'm going to spritz it with my water. Doesn't have to be a lot. And then I'm going to put my little circle here right around that 60. Just because it's a number. I'm going to take another page and I'm just going to press it down. Matter of fact, I'm going to get my brayer out. And just make sure I've got good contact on all of that so the ink transfers onto the pocket. Sorry about the squeaky. I never seem to get the squeaky to go away on that. And so we end up with this, which is not heavy-handed at all, but it makes a really nice effect, I think. I'm gonna clean up my mess here. It is time for me to make another board or recover this one. I've got glue and ink and stuff all over it that won't come out, and then I accidentally cut it a couple weeks ago. All right, so I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to go ahead and start gluing these together. And to make an accordion pocket, you need to glue the edges of all 3 to themselves, okay? You're going to glue it here and here, just like that. Okay, I'm stopped up. Let me get the little bit off. I got this at Madison Street Salvage, I believe, and it's heavy and it's really good for keeping small things flat while they dry. And this is 3-in-1 Fabri-Tac, whatever version, and I have put it into a smaller bottle. This is actually a pouring bottle. I was using my Sugar Bell bottle, but I think I don't know what's going on. It works really well when the bottle's full of new glue. But if your glue has been in here for a while, I think it just gets thick enough that it doesn't want to behave. So since these are smaller, I think I'll go through it quicker and maybe the glue won't thicken as much. Plus I can't lose the lid because it's a screw top. And I think I got those at Dollar Tree. All right, I'm gonna put those under there to dry. This is dry. I like it. Now, what do I want to do next? I need to cover up, like I said, I need to cover up this, and it needs to have a Dear Julie digital on it anyway, plus some other things, so, and I think that it's okay if I cover up right to there, then I can cover up the part that I don't want to be a part of it. Let's see what kind of scrap I've got over here. Oh, here's a Dear Julie scrap. Well, look at that. Can I cover up that part? Yeah, and I don't lose my print. Go ahead and cut that off. And I think I said it, this is a Dear Julie digital, so that helps. Need my glue. I think I'll use my glue stick for this one, because it's not going to be moving around. I used the other glue because those are moving parts, and so I used my other glue on the pockets, but this one's not going to be moving. They misspelled lounge. Oh, I like that because it just barely shows right there. Just a little. I like that. Here, I've got a little bit of music. Kind of boring music. Oh, that's upside down. Very boring music, but I can still use it. This sheet music is old enough that it'll bend and tear, and I don't have to even worry about cutting it. And again, I can use this glue stick. I do not know what's going on with my Scotch Create glue stick. I keep ordering it on Amazon, and this is what they send me, and I don't think it's the same thing. But it's the only glue I've got right now, so that's what I'm using. Let's see. Line that side up, and just scoot it just a bit. Go. I actually did not tear that very well, so I am going to snip it. All right. So I have the Dear Julie digital. I have the book page. I've inked and I've stamped. I've added that. I need to put something up here, but I don't know what yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do this part because these should be set up. Yep, and there's my pocket. I have 3 of those. Now I'm going to take the pockets and I'm just going to put a line of glue on this middle one here. And again, it's a movable piece, so I am going to use this glue, this beacon glue. And I'm actually going to put it on both sides. Sorry, I probably came off camera right there. I was trying to see what I was doing. And I'm going to take one pocket and make sure I've got the pocket side up. And I'm going to line that up right there and stick my fingers in the glue in the back because I tried to be smart about it. And then I'm going to line that one up. I'll put that under the weight again while I figure out what I can do right across here. I wonder, I have so much washi that I forget to use some of it, and then it doesn't want to behave. So I'm getting past the part that I don't think I want, which is the blue. Save that piece right there. And then I'm going to pull across. And let go so it curls up. And I'm just going to put that right across there like that. And so I'm going to tear this. And I'm going to line this up right on that fold. I'll still be able to see my number. Through there. Because I'm going to take my bone folder, and if you push that down, a lot of washi tapes will become almost transparent where the white part is. So you can still see what's behind it, but not as clearly. I'm just going to wrap this around on both ends. And then I'm probably going to tear off my straight corners here. I don't mind the straight line at the top, but I think I'm just going to add that right there. And this says art for art's sake, and so I don't want to cover that up either. I want to keep my number, and I want to keep that. There we go. Oof, I like that. I like that. Putting things away as I go, Julie. Okay. I don't think I'm done with that because I feel like I still need something up there. But, ooh, I do like the way that's working. Let's see. All right, I think I'm ready to do this part because I need to think about the other part. But with the glue, see, now we have an accordion pocket. When you pull it apart, those open up. And so this is going to be our pull-aparter. And so I'm going to put glue, let's see. I'm gonna put glue on this whole side and on this whole side. And then I'll be putting it right there. Make sure my pockets are up. It would be a shame to put this in and then the pockets are the wrong way. I'm going to put it in. Whoops, I don't want to line it up to the edge. I'm inside. And then I'm going to put this, I'm going to fold it so that I make sure that I've got room for that fold. If I put it too close to the fold, if I put it right at the fold, I could potentially have an issue with being able to get it to close easily. All right, so I've got excess glue over here that I'm removing. And that was a boo-boo. Okay, so I'm gonna pull it apart real quick because I didn't want to do that. I just wanted a line of glue back there. So I'm gonna put something here to cover that up. I think I'm just gonna take some of my page and cover up all that glue. On that, I'll cover up all the glue on that. Alrighty, see, you get to see how I'm working through it because it's not planned. I'll take my scissors, cut off the excess of the book page, hopefully without messing up my pocket and having to start all over. I'm glad I caught that while the glue was still wet. Whew, okay. So in no case will you cover the entire side of a pocket with glue when you're making one of these. Just remember that. You will not cover an entire side with glue. All right, so open, 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 and open. There we go. Open, 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 just like that. Trim this one up. That was so silly. Actually, you know, like I said, I've never made one of these, I don't think. Not this way anyway. I made one out of paper bags one time. Thank you to my lovely friend Terry who taught us how to do that. Let's see, I'm going to fold this. I'm actually just going to tear that off rather than trying to get the scissors to go in there. So that'll close. Okay, that's the lid. The flap. All right, now what you're really going to do is make sure you've got everything right side up the way you want it. And again, you're just going to put a line of glue here and a line of glue here. I'm just going to put the one line of glue here first, because this is the back one. Put it in there, centered. I'm going to fold that up to make sure that it's where it should be. I'm going to let that dry for a second while I figure out what else I'm going to put on that front there. I think I may do this as a heavy thing to keep the flap down, because I don't want to have to add a closure to it, because that just adds so much bulk. So I trimmed off the corners. This is actually half of a postcard. I'm going to back it on a piece of, got some heavier cardstock, and I'm going to back this on there. I'm going to first, you know what the drill is. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my little Tim Holtz Distresser tool, and I'm going to distress those edges, because I've been doing that on several things, and I just think it's going to go well, because this is kind of the grungy ish journal, going to be grungy poppies. It's not the name of it, but I'm using Lace Grunge and Poppies from Dear Julie's shop. I'll have her information linked below. And I'm going to wad it up. And then I'm going to very lightly kind of just brush over those wrinkles and crinkles that I just made. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue this. On here. Just going to use my scissors to cut out around it, because I'm going to use my little distress tool again. So I'm not worried about the lines being super straight, because I really cannot cut a straight line. Some people can, not I. All right, so get my tool out again. And I'm just going to distress the edges of that. Get that corner kind of crunched. And I crunch them separately of each other because, number one, the cardstock's not going to crunch as easily as the copy paper. And I think it just is a little bit more interesting if they're crunched just slightly differently. All right, real quick, hit that with some ink. I have a couple of little stray pieces of ribbon down here that I think I'm going to just add one. I've got, let's see, I think this is a 1/8 inch hole punch. Just going to turn it the right direction so I can see what I'm doing. Just going to punch a couple of holes. And I purposely did not try to line them up because I cannot. Just pick up my ribbon here, put it through that hole, bring it through that hole, and then I'm going to put it through this hole again. Let's see. There we go. I need to trim off that end real quick. Because I got the big scissors out, I can't get that to trim off correctly. There we go. Actually, my scissors probably need sharpened. I'm just sealing the ends to keep them from fraying apart too much. I realize I just said it was grungy, but I don't want it to be, you know, over the top grungy. All right, now we're going to do this second part, making sure everything opens because I have one not opening. There we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put my line of glue right down the center. And I'm going to add this so that it adds the weight to help keep that closed. And so I am just going to put glue on it from here. Let's see, I need to, right there and right there. And this glue will also help keep that ribbon in place. Now, if I wanted to, I could put a piece of Velcro under that. I'm going to leave that as an option because right now I don't know if I'm going to need it or not. I still feel like I need to add a little something more to that bottom piece. So I'm actually going to look through my laces and stuff. Since I used a gray ribbon up here, I'll move that out of the way. Put that away. I think that I want to add a balancing gray. This is how I sort my scraps. I have all these bags and they are in a vintage sewing stand, and I'll pop a picture in right here so you can see what it is. It's pretty cool. And it just sits right here beside my desk. I don't know that any of those are going to work. And unless I guess I could add some of this sari silk and then put this other piece of ribbon down there with it. I could do that. where'd my, there it is. Where'd my ribbon go? There, that is. And, I'm thinking. I think I'll use those 3. I don't have a lot of gray in here, but I do have a lot of black, a lot of poppy colors, and a lot of green. So those are the main colors that I'm using. Let's see. Put this down. And then tie a knot in this. Because that knot's just going to be for show. It's not actually going to be holding anything down. Take some of this. Let's unravel just a bit of it. We'll have some messy thread going on here. I do like messy thread. I do like fussy tearing. Both things that I learned from Julie at Dear Julie Julie. Learned a lot from her, so I would highly recommend checking her out. A lot of the things that I do are because of her. The first journal that I ever sold on my own was through one of these challenges by Dear Julie Julie, which gave me a lot of confidence that what I was doing was something good, something worthwhile. And sometimes you just need that little bit of extra oomph for confidence. Let's see, I think I'm going to put that on there and that on there. I'm going to fold this in half. Kind of in half, kind of wadded in half. And put a splotch of glue here. Stick that down in. Okay, that needs some help staying down, so give that a second. All right, I'm going to put a little bit more glue down here. I'm going to stick that right in the middle. Just make a little nest and weight it down again. All right, I like that. I like that a lot. And then it opens up and you pull on this front part and you put a little glue under there. Or, let's see, I have a right thickness, I think. Width, thickness, width. Width would be the right word. W-I-D-T-H, width. Turn this that way so that I can see what I'm doing. And just putting this over that part where it would have been almost impossible for me to get glue in there and not make a big mess. Plus it adds just a little bit more interest right there. I am not decorating the back of it because it will be glued to the page. All right. Now, there we go. There's our accordion pocket. I think that turned out really nice. I like it a lot. I even like that more than I thought I would. It's really, really kind of cute. Alrighty. So there's a craft with me flying by the seat of my pants. You know what? I may actually put, I don't know if that's going to be strong enough, if the book page will hold on to the, I don't think the book page would hold on to it, but I think once it's in the journal, I think it'll be held flat. So there we go. There is my accordion pocket for the Marching into March Reader's Digest Junk Journal Challenge 2025 with Dear Julie Julie. I flew by the seat of my pants and you got to watch the wings sprout. Thank you for joining me today, and as always, be kind. Bye.